Let's launch Grasshopper and take a look at Ladybug. The most fundamental element in Ladybug tools is the weather data. The first tab here is for importing weather files into the workspace. Let's place the EPW map component on the canvas and connect it to a Boolean toggle. Set the Boolean to true. This launches the EPW map webpage. You can select the weather data for your project site here. I'll select Des Moines, Iowa. There might be multiple data sources. I prefer TMY3 data. Click on the dot. You can download the file to your local computer or copy the address and let the system handle the downloads. Click Copy. Come back to Grasshopper. Create a panel and Ctrl-V to paste the address. Do not hit the Enter key, which creates an extra character in the address and will cause errors. Instead, click on the empty spot on the canvas. Place the Download Weather component on the canvas. Connect the address to Weather URL, and it will download the files to your computer. Place the Import EPW component on the canvas. Connect EPW file to EPW file. This parses the EPW file and arranges the data by the environmental variables, such as dry bulb temperature, relative humidity, wind speed, etc. You can easily visualize the data using the hourly plot battery. Just connect the data you want to visualize to the data input. The graph in Rhino shows the color-coded temperature for the entire year. There is the metadata at the bottom of the plot. The legend for the color coding on the right, showing the dry bulb temperature in this case, stretching from -23 Celsius to 36 Celsius. The x-axis denotes 365 days of the year, and the y-axis denotes 24 hours of the day. If you want to read the actual values, you need to use a deconstruct data battery. This splits the data into the header and the actual 8,760 hours of data points. Before we sign off, let's talk about the variable naming conventions in Ladybug tools. Each input variable of the Ladybug component has an underscore mark, either in front of the variable or at the end of the variable, and both in front and at the end. The ones with an underscore in front are required variables. The component cannot run without feeding data into all required input variables. The variables with underscores in front and at the end are recommended variables, meaning that the component runs without feeding data to the variables, but would have more accurate results if you feed data into those input variables. The variables with underscores at the end are the optional variables, meaning that the component runs without feeding data to the variables, and whether to feed the data to those variables or not is a user preference or user choice.